going to be a big learning year. I feel like I'm going to be running the full G86 schedule, so something new, something a lot different. It's asphalt and it's road course as well. So, and then after that, we're going to still be doing about 40 midget shows. So we'll still have a lot on dirt as well. I think the main thing is probably going to be passing. I'm not sure though, so don't count me on that. I feel like I've been trying to prepare myself, the best I can. I was out in Phoenix all week, and going to Phoenix again this following week, and then I still feel like it's 4 months away, so I'm going to have plenty of time to prepare myself as best I can, so I can give it my best effort coming Sonoma time.
So right now, just putting kind of all the pieces of the puzzle together would be the best way to put it for myself right now. Just working on trying to run the most amount of races we can in 2024, which for my family-owned team and my own car, the 18T, is probably anywhere hopefully from 60 to 70 or maybe even more, just depending on what we can kind of put together, and as many races on the national scene as possible. Obviously right now there's so much going on between the Outlaws, High Limit, and other series. There's a lot of options. It's definitely a good time to be a sprint car driver and have the opportunity to chase money on a lot of different nights if things go your way. Experience is pretty much one of the most number one things in the sport you need, and you don't just get that from anywhere else besides just going and doing it. So the fact that I got to see a lot of different racetracks that now I'm going to go back to again this year, I noticed based on some of my own stats, the places I got to go to for the second and third time after already being there were just so much more up to speed, and that's big. Like I said, goes back to that experience factor, and just getting to race with guys like Brad and Kyle and Donnie and all the full-time Outlaw guys that I ran with week in and week out, learning their driving styles, what I can do, and how to race them and how to have a chance at beating them and where they were beating me. It's really important to pick up on that stuff and kind of do that study and your homework during the off season.
Well, we went and tested Milbridge this week, and it was the only place that we really had access to that was anywhere close to similar in size to the dome and tight corners and all that. Obviously the surface is a lot different, but at the end of the day we got to shake our car down and try a few things just for short tracks that even though the surface is a little different and it's a little bit smaller, it's still, we kind of eliminated that out of our minds anyway, just so that we could go to the dome with a somewhat of an idea where we needed to be at. So it was really cool. It's a lot narrower than anything else, that's for sure. So we had a little bit of body damage, but it was cool, and the fans definitely liked it. Social media really liked it. So that's always cool to have them involved, and just to, like I said, shake things down. And that car, we haven't ran that car in a long time, and there's no practice or anything. We just kind of roll out there and go. So we got it shook down now and got the cobweb shook off of it, and we're ready to go. I've been to every one of them now. I haven't. I've had really good luck and I've had bad luck. It seems like since year one, I've either ran top 4 or I have a flat tire. So I told Kevin Rumley the other day after the test was over, I said, well, I feel pretty good about the car, so I'd say we're either going to run top 4 or we're going to have a flat tire, one of the two. So, you can't change tire there, so that makes it a little bit tough. But at the end of the day, the dome is more for the fans and for the show, and it's really cool. And obviously we don't have anything else going on, so we might as well go, and it's only an hour and a half from my house. So it's a fun event that I've had a lot of fun supporting, and like I said, I got a lot of friends and family and fans that get to come out and check us out in the middle of winter. So yeah, it was a great year. Had the Gold Cup Race Champions win, which is my first World Outlaw win. That was really cool, and got the Trophy Cup win too. And I grew up going to that race as a kid, so to get that one was big for me. My dad actually won the first one, so to add my name to that list with Jason and my dad too, that was really cool. And we kind of set out as a team this year to run for the NARC championship, and want to accomplish that as a whole team, because as you know, it takes a big group of people to win a championship and to run that many races and finish all the races, and we did that, and got the championship. So a good year for us. Yeah, I think running for a championship just kind of makes your driving style and makes you think like a champion. It makes you think that if your stuff's not good, you don't need to go try and win the race. You can settle for a top 5 or
top 10, because at the end of the week, or at the end of the year, that's what you need to win a championship. So learning that for me was big this year. I feel kind of not just pushing the limit all times is how you win a championship. So high limit is, the schedule works a little better for me. I still got to finish my senior year of high school this year, and then I don't really race much through April, so that will kind of give me time to get all my stuff done. And my first year on tour, I didn't really want to be doing 90 races. That's a lot. It's a big commitment. So high limit thing's a little less. And Brad and Kyle are racers, and they're hustling it, and they care about the racers that run the whole thing. So really excited to go do that, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, this past season it was a bit of it was up and down. Drove quite a few race cars, and at the time whenever Hank called, I was a free agent. So I guess this past season was pretty good. So everything worked out, and things happened this past year that we didn't win that many races. We run all kinds of different race cars, and but we got to know a lot of people, and we got to experience a lot of different things. So other than that, man, it's just it's fun to be able to be available and get to see the people and do the things that we do. There's trials and tribulations of it, and not every year is going to be a spectacular year. So you just got to take those on the chin and keep moving. The Kyle last year, Bertha, him and his wife had a second kid, and being able to hop in that seat, it was just for one night, but it was a pleasure. Those race cars really roll around the racetrack pretty nice. So whenever we got the call from Hank and Tim to take over for the 2024 season, obviously it's something you can't say no to. The thing's fast, so I'm super grateful for getting the call from those guys, and hopefully that the start of the year down there in Florida goes well, and we do what it's capable of doing. Well, the people, I've been racing against them for a long time, obviously, and and I know Kyle personally. I know Hank and Tim and BK and Country. They're all my friends anyways. And there's a competitive spirit over there that's pretty deep, and they don't like to lose either. And just me fitting into that situation where people have the same goals. We show up to the racetrack every night to win. They do a lot of work there at the shop. They have nice equipment with Mach 1 chassis, CSI shocks, Stanton engines. So they got all the pieces and things that are capable of doing what they've been doing for the last 5-6 years. And being able to sit in a seat that has been known to be fast is it's pretty easy to talk yourself into. Well, they're big on Sprint Week, SmackDown, the Hopstad Hustler. Obviously, a USAC National Championship would be big. But those weeks and those big races like that, they're good for team morale too, but they also pay really good. So, those are obviously big on our list. And, winning Sprint Week's huge, especially in the non-wing world. That's one of the toughest things to do. Sometimes I feel like it's tougher than even a championship. So it's, you got to be basically perfect for 7-8 days in a row. And, that's difficult. And, being able to be prepared and know that you're capable of doing those things. And, if you do pull it off, it's a big pat on the back to the whole team.